Our first passage is Deuteronomy 4, 1 through 2, which, as you see displayed here. Let's define very quickly the word Torah, because many people, Zachary Bauer especially, 119 Ministries, etc., want to believe in exalting Torah like that's the standard for all holiness. But what is the Torah exactly? Google definition. In Judaism, the law of God as revealed to Moses and recorded in the first 5 books of the Hebrew Scriptures, the Pentateuch, in other words. Now, some people say, well, that's just a Google definition, Anthony. Okay, well, let's go to this website. So this is not a biased conclusion. It is, in fact, the first 5 books of the Bible. But you will see that they exercise a hypocrisy, two-faced double standard also regarding this issue, especially this first passage. Now, if you notice, brethren, the word keep is found in Deuteronomy 4, verse number 2. And verse number 2 is very specific to not add or take away from the context, which is the Torah. Okay? The word keeper, Webster's 1828, one who has the care, custody, or superintendence of anything. Now, the word keep means the same thing, but it's also defined as, and also Webster's 1828, to continue any state, course, or action, to practice, to do or perform, to obey, to observe and practice, not to neglect or violate, as to keep the laws, statutes, or commandments of God. Interesting. To fulfill, to perform, as to keep one's word, promise, or covenant, to practice, to use habitually. Therefore, the phrase Torah keeper is properly defined as one who has the responsibility of care or superintendence, the authority to direct, of the first 5 books of the Bible. The keeper of these books has the responsibility to continue as the course of action, to practice, to perform, to obey, to use habitually, not to neglect or violate those laws recorded. This is what an actual Torah keeper is. Why do these people only obey about 20% of it? Is that being a keeper of it? No, God forbid. Facts about these fraudulent keepers. First, they only keep about 20% of the Torah. Mainly the 10 Commandments, dietary laws, and stay away from what God calls sin. Secondly, they don't even keep the feasts exactly as God said to. They claim we must keep them, but they only keep 20% of the feast days as well. See Leviticus 23, verse number 37. Very interesting. Also see my series on refuting the feast days. Easily refuted. They're hypocrites. Suppose I preach, all must keep the 10 Commandments, but then I leave out the Sabbath, and no graven images. Am I walking the talk in that case? No. In that case, I'm a hypocrite and a liar, breaking commandment number 9, Exodus 20, verse number 16. You mean to tell me that the very same Torah you professing Torah keepers claim to keep, see the definitions given before, God is going to break his own rules of commandment and allow you to diminish from it because of what Yeshua fulfilled? Are you kidding me? If this is true that God does not change in regarding his laws do not change, there was never a change in the law, we have to keep all the laws still, then you have a psychotic God. So, you professing Torah keepers have a major problem on your hands. What? This means 2 illogical double standards. First, God is contradicting himself from what he said in passages like Deuteronomy 27:26, which says, Cursed be he that confirmeth not all the words of this law to do them. And all the people shall say, Amen. Also, it means that God is ignoring what Paul said in Galatians 3, verse number 10, what he wrote. For as many as are of the works of the law are under the curse. For it is written, Cursed is everyone that continueth not in all things which are written in the book of the law to do them. In this case, that makes Paul wrong, which would make him a lying false teacher, making Judaism right to reject the New Testament. Or 2, it means that Paul is right in Galatians 3:10, Ephesians 2, and Colossians 2, that those who go back to the ceremonial law are under a curse because Christ nailed those ordinances, again, Ephesians 2 and Colossians 2, to the cross. He fulfilled them. Quickly read these passages. Psalms 119, verse 21. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Hebrews 7:12. For the priesthood being changed, there is made of necessity a change also of the law. This option brings no contradiction, shows God is consistent, and proves the ceremonial laws, feast days included, are not required anymore because they are and were of the Levitical sacrificial law. Your choice. Either you worship a God who's stupid and inconsistent, God of religion, Judaism, that professing Torah keepers follow, or you follow the God Jehovah of the Bible, who is intelligent and consistent, yet changes his rules, commandments, as he fulfills them. Which God do you worship? As the verse says, as displayed here, choose you this day whom ye will serve. Professing Torah keepers are lying hypocrites. They claim Deuteronomy 4 verse 2, but then they lie about it and claim we keep the Torah when they don't. You people better watch that and stop your lying. So that's all for the first video, brethren. You all take care and stay tuned for the next video.